As we grow older, our bodies start showing different signs of aging, little reminders that our health needs care, not neglect. And no matter what stage of life we're in, we all need to move to keep our hearts and minds alive. Now, imagine this. You're stepping into a pool. The cool water touches your skin, wrapping around you like a soft blanket that embraces every tired joint. For many seniors I've met over the past 30 years as a physician, that moment in the water is often the first time they've felt light again, after years of carrying the weight of their own body. I always tell them, water is the best teacher for your heart and your legs. Exercising in water isn't just a hobby, it's therapy. When you swim gently or walk in water, the natural hydrostatic pressure supports your cardiovascular system, helping your heart work efficiently without straining your joints. The water cradles your knees, back, and hips, those parts that so often protest when you try to move a little faster or stand up too quickly. One of my 68-year-old patients was terrified to exercise after her best friend suffered a stroke. But after just 4 weeks of slow swimming, 20 minutes a day, her test results told a remarkable story. Her blood pressure dropped, her heart rate stabilized, and most importantly, her cerebral blood circulation improved significantly. She told me, "Doctor, my head feels clearer and I sleep better now." And I believed her because science supports it. Studies show that water-based exercise enhances blood vessel elasticity, reduces inflammation, and supports the autonomic nervous system, all key factors in lowering stroke risk after 50. I know, sometimes even the thought of putting on a swimsuit can make you hesitate, but think of it this way. You don't have to swim like an athlete. Just let the water hold you. Let it lighten your body, ease your heart, and soothe your mind. Swimming isn't just movement. It's a way for your body to remember freedom and for your heart to learn how to beat calmly, evenly, and peacefully once again.
I often tell my senior patients, balance isn't just about standing steady, it's about living steady. At 50, 60, or 70, your body begins to speak to you in subtle ways. Sometimes it's a shaky step. Sometimes it's that extra moment you need to hold the railing. That's your body whispering, it's time to relearn stability. I remember Robert, a 72-year-old man who once fell in his garden. He told me, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of pain. I'm afraid of losing control." So we started small, standing behind a chair, lifting one leg for 10 seconds, then switching sides. Just a few minutes a day. After 2 months, he not only walked more confidently, but also said, "My mind feels clearer, like there's more energy flowing to my head." And he was right. That feeling has a real scientific explanation. When you practice balance drills, you're not only training your muscles, you're activating the cerebellum, the part of the brain that governs coordination and cerebral blood circulation. Every small improvement in balance is actually a sign that your nervous system is healing, that your brain and body are learning to communicate again. Studies now show that regular balance training can significantly reduce stroke risk as it improves circulatory reflexes and reduces falls, a major cause of brain vessel injury among older adults. So next time you stand up, try lifting one foot just a little. Feel your weight shift. Keep your breath steady. Let that moment remind you you're still in charge of your body, still teaching your brain to trust each step. Because balance, at its core, is not about age. It's about awareness. It's about meeting life's unsteady moments with grace, strength, and quiet confidence. Have you ever woken up and felt your neck so stiff that you had to turn your whole body just to look to the side? Many senior patients I've met tell me, "It's just a sore muscle, doctor." But I often smile and say, "Not exactly. That's your body's first warning that your cerebral blood circulation might be in trouble."
When the neck muscles tighten, the arteries passing through that area, especially the vertebral arteries, can become compressed, limiting blood flow to the brain. And when that happens, your stroke risk quietly rises each day, like a thief moving in the dark. I remember Linda, 65, a retired school teacher. She often felt dizzy and thought it was simply lack of sleep. But after some tests, we discovered her neck muscles were so tight that they were reducing blood flow to the brain. I taught her a simple exercise. Every morning, just 5 minutes. Slowly turn your head to the left, then to the right. Lower your chin gently toward your chest, then lift it slightly upward. Breathe deeply, relax your shoulders, and feel each heartbeat. After 3 weeks, she told me, "Doctor, my head feels lighter, and I'm finally sleeping well again." You see, it's not always the intense workouts that bring the biggest changes. Sometimes a gentle stretch, a tilt of the head, or a shoulder roll can awaken an entire network of blood vessels. When your neck relaxes, blood flows more freely to your brain, carrying oxygen and energy to the command center of your body. So tomorrow morning, as you stand in front of the mirror, slowly roll your neck and smile. That simple motion isn't just a stretch. It's your way of saying to your body, "I'm still taking care of you." I've always believed there's something deeply special about sitting on a bicycle, whether you're riding outdoors or simply pedaling on a stationary one at home. For many seniors, those first few turns of the pedals bring back the feeling of being 20 again, when the wind brushed your cheeks and your legs carried you effortlessly without a thought. But today, cycling is more than nostalgia. It's a gentle medicine for the heart, the blood vessels, and even cerebral blood circulation. One of my patients, Harold, 67, had high blood pressure and was anxious about his stroke risk. We started small, just 10 minutes a day on a stationary bike. The first week, he complained of fatigue. By the fourth, he said, "Doctor, my heart feels calmer, and my mind feels clearer, like it's been washed clean." That wasn't just his imagination. Research shows that regular cycling improves arterial elasticity, lowers bad cholesterol, and enhances oxygen delivery to the brain. What's wonderful about cycling is how kind it is to the joints. There's no pounding like when you run, just a smooth, steady rhythm, much like the rhythm of your breath. You can play your favorite music, place the bike near a window, let the morning light touch your face, and begin your own quiet journey. Each rotation of the pedals isn't just movement, it's a gentle way of pumping life back into your body. And if you worry about balance, remember, even a stationary bike can work wonders. You don't need to conquer long roads, you only need patience. Because sometimes the most important road you travel isn't the one outside your door, but the one that leads to a stronger heart and a clearer mind, one peaceful ride at a time.
I often tell my senior patients, you don't need a gym, just a good pair of shoes and the will to be a little healthier every day. Walking briskly after a meal is one of the simplest prescriptions I've ever given. It costs nothing, has no side effects, yet brings incredible benefits for your heart and cerebral blood circulation. I remember Eleanor, a 70-year-old patient with mild diabetes who was deeply worried about her stroke risk after losing her husband to one. Instead of supplements, I gave her just one piece of advice. After each meal, go for a 15-minute walk. At first, she was skeptical, but within a few weeks, her blood sugar stabilized, her sleep improved, and she told me, "Doctor, I feel younger again. Every step feels like it's pushing the fatigue out of my body." You see, a post-meal walk is the body's natural way of cleaning up the sugar and fats you've just eaten. As your muscles move, they draw glucose from the blood for energy, easing the workload on your pancreas and heart. Meanwhile, the gentle rhythm of your legs helps blood return to the heart more efficiently, keeping your vessels soft and flexible, a key factor in preventing strokes. And you don't need to go far. Step outside your house, walk around the block, or simply stroll around your yard for 10 to 20 minutes. Think of every step as a small thank you to your body, to the heart that keeps working faithfully each day. Because sometimes the miracle isn't in how fast you walk, but in the simple fact that you do walk, one steady step, one strong heartbeat, one breath full of life at a time. What about you? Do you already have your own walking routine? Share it with me in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.
When I mention yoga, many seniors chuckle and say, "Doctor, I'm not flexible like I used to be." And I always smile back and reply, yoga isn't about bending. It's about listening to your body. For those over 50 or 60, gentle yoga, or even chair yoga, is a wonderful way to awaken the nervous system, calm the mind, and improve cerebral blood circulation. I once worked with Grace, 74, who started with the simplest movements, sitting tall, taking a deep breath, then slowly folding forward, feeling each breath rise from her belly to her chest. After just a few sessions, she told me, "Doctor, I feel lighter, not just in my body, but in my head. I'm sleeping better than I have in years." That's the quiet magic of yoga, a soft kind of renewal that doesn't demand, doesn't rush. When you do the cat-cow pose, every time you arch and release your spine, you're helping it stay flexible and promoting healthy blood flow around the brain. The legs up the wall pose, lying on your back with your legs resting gently against the wall, allows blood to return from your legs to your heart and from your heart to your brain, easing venous pressure and supporting the tiny vessels that keep your mind sharp. These slow, mindful movements are natural medicine, lowering stroke risk, easing stress, and balancing blood pressure. But the most beautiful part of yoga isn't in the pose. It's in that still moment when you pause, breathe deeply, and realize you're fully alive in this breath right now. You don't have to be perfect, only patient, because with every calm inhale and gentle exhale, you're sending your body a quiet message of love. I'm taking care of you. I'm still here.
I still remember a crisp autumn morning at the park near my home. Through the thin mist, a few seniors were moving slowly, each arm lifting gracefully, each breath flowing in rhythm with the wind. It was a Tai Chi class, one I often encourage my patients to join. Many people think Tai Chi is just slow motion for the elderly, but in truth, it's a profound therapy of movement, one that heals the body while quieting the soul. When you practice Tai Chi regularly, every step and every breath becomes a rhythm that helps your cerebral blood circulation flow more smoothly. Studies show that within just 2 weeks, Tai Chi can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and significantly improve blood pressure. I once worked with Michael, 68, who struggled with chronic insomnia and anxiety. After only a few sessions, he told me, "Doctor, I'm sleeping deeper now, and my mind feels light, like a cloud." Tai Chi doesn't demand strength. It asks for presence. When you move, let your mind move with your body. Feel the soles of your feet connect with the earth. Your breath expand your chest, and each slow gesture trace the harmony between body and spirit. For those over 50, Tai Chi not only reduces stroke risk, but also enhances balance and prevents falls, one of the most common causes of complications in later years. Just 15 minutes each morning can be a precious gift to your heart and brain, a sense of calm in motion. Sometimes healing doesn't come from running fast. It comes from slowing down, breathing deeply,
and allowing life's quiet energy to return with every graceful movement. I often tell my senior patients, if you no longer have the strength to run or lift weights, then start with your breath. It sounds simple, but deep diaphragmatic breathing is one of the most powerful non-prescription medicines for protecting both the heart and the brain from stroke risk. Imagine sitting quietly, one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. As you inhale slowly, your belly rises gently, while your chest remains relaxed. That's when your diaphragm begins to work, like a natural pump that keeps your cerebral blood circulation flowing smoothly and rhythmically. One of my patients, Linda, 68, used to complain of lightheadedness and a racing heartbeat every morning. I taught her this breathing method: 5 minutes each morning, 5 minutes before bed. 3 weeks later, she came back smiling, saying, "Doctor, the heaviness in my head is gone. I sleep more peacefully now, and my heart feels calm again." Science backs this up. Deep breathing stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that helps blood vessels relax naturally, lowers blood pressure, and increases oxygen delivery to the brain. At the same time, the heart rate slows, the body enters a restorative state, and the mind softens after days of stress. Breath is life, yet we often forget that. So I invite you to pause for a moment, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. Let the air move through your lungs like a gentle river flowing through every cell, awakening them, softening your heart, and brightening your mind. Just 5 minutes a day, but if you stay consistent, that breath will become your quiet companion, helping you feel younger, stronger, and more at peace within your own body.
I want you to think about this. Just one small movement of your neck can make a big difference in your cerebral blood circulation. That's what I call the head tilt pump. A simple, gentle exercise I often recommend to most of my senior patients over 50, especially those who sit for long periods or have a more sedentary lifestyle. Here's how I usually teach it. Sit upright, relax your shoulders, and take a deep breath. Then slowly tilt your head to the right and hold for 2 seconds. You'll feel a gentle stretch along your neck. Return to center, then tilt to the left. Continue like that, slow, steady, without forcing anything. Just 10 repetitions on each side every day can help your vertebral arteries work more efficiently, improving blood flow to your brain and reducing stroke risk related to poor circulation. I remember Mrs. Eleanor, 67, a retired accountant. She told me her neck was stiff and she often had dull headaches, especially after reading the morning paper. I taught her this exercise. 2 weeks later, she came back smiling. "Doctor, I can't believe that just tilting my head could make me feel so clear-headed. My eyes feel brighter and I even feel younger." Science agrees. Gentle neck movements like this naturally massage the arteries that carry blood to the brain, improving circulation and enhancing focus and memory. The head tilt pump isn't just an exercise. It's a reminder that our bodies, no matter how many years they've carried us, still respond beautifully to patience and kindness. Just a few minutes a day, and you're teaching your body how to wake up again, gently, warmly, and full of life. Every morning, before picking up your phone or getting out of bed, I often tell my senior patients, take 5 minutes to talk to your body. And the best way to have that conversation is through gentle, full-body stretching. After a long night's rest, your body is like a machine that's been idling. The joints, muscles, and blood vessels need to be woken up slowly, not startled into motion by rushing into the day. Imagine this. You stand by the window, take a deep breath, and reach your arms toward the morning light. Just a few gentle movements. Bending to the side, rolling your shoulders, stretching your back are enough to get your blood flowing evenly throughout your body, especially to your brain, which depends on healthy cerebral blood circulation to start the day clear and focused. One of my patients, David, 74, used to wake up with stiff joints and mild numbness in his hands and feet. I told him, don't start your day with coffee, start with movement. After a few weeks of consistent stretching, he told me the numbness was gone, he was sleeping better, and he felt 10 years younger. Science supports this. Just 5 to 10 minutes of morning stretching can increase the elasticity of your blood vessels, lower your stroke risk, and activate your parasympathetic nervous system, helping your heart beat more calmly and your breathing steady itself. Remember this, after age 50, your body doesn't need harsh workouts. It needs attention and kindness. Every time you stretch, you're not just loosening your muscles, you're opening the flow of energy and life itself. Let each morning become a quiet thank you to your own body, your most loyal companion, the one that has carried you through every step of your journey.
Warm, intimate, and touching voice. I often remind my senior patients, exercise doesn't always have to be intense. Sometimes simply changing your rhythm, slow, then a little faster, teaches your heart how to be more flexible. That's the essence of light interval training, a simple yet remarkably effective way to reduce stroke risk and improve cerebral blood circulation. Imagine taking a morning walk in the park. For the first 2 minutes, you move slowly, breathing in the fresh air and feeling your heartbeat. Then, for just 1 minute, you pick up the pace, not running, just walking briskly enough to feel your breath deepen and your heart pump stronger. Then you slow down again. Repeat this gentle rhythm for about 15 minutes and you're already training your cardiovascular system for resilience, what scientists call cardiovascular adaptability. I remember one of my patients, Susan, 65, who had mild hypertension and often avoided exercise because she was afraid of feeling tired. I taught her this method and suggested she practice it in her garden each morning. 2 weeks later, she smiled and told me, "Doctor, I no longer feel dizzy when I stand up. It's like my body has more energy." Her blood pressure had dropped, and her blood vessels were functioning more smoothly. Studies confirm this. Just 15 minutes of light interval training a day can lower systolic blood pressure by 8 to 10 millimeters of mercury and help your heart adjust more effectively to daily fluctuations. Even better, it's low impact, gentle on the joints, and suitable for all ages. I want you to remember this. It's not strength, but rhythm that keeps you young. When you allow your heart to expand and contract naturally, to breathe with each step, you're not just exercising, you're learning to live more slowly, more deep. There's something many seniors often overlook. When you move both your arms and legs together, you're not just exercising, you're activating your entire circulatory system. That's why I always encourage my patients to practice arm-leg coordination, especially during their daily walks or light home workouts. Imagine walking down a familiar path, your steps steady and your arms swinging in rhythm, like you're keeping time with the music of your own body. Each swing of your arm doesn't just make your heart pump stronger, it also boosts cerebral blood circulation, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your brain. And for anyone over 50, that's exactly what helps maintain clarity, focus, and balance. One of my patients, Harold, 71, used to experience mild numbness in his left arm and occasional heart palpitations. I taught him how to walk while gently swinging his arms. No rushing, no strain, just steady rhythm. 3 weeks later, he smiled and told me, "Doctor, I can't believe something as simple as swinging my arms made such a difference. My head feels clearer, I sleep better, and I wake up feeling stronger." Science supports this. When your upper and lower limbs move together, your heart must regulate blood flow more evenly, improving its pumping efficiency, reducing stroke risk, and stabilizing your natural heart rhythm. This coordinated movement also strengthens your motor nervous system. It's like retraining your brain and body to work in harmony. Think of this exercise as a gentle dance of health. Every step,
Every arm swing is a reminder that your body is still moving in beautiful rhythm, still strong, still flexible, still capable of joy. Sometimes it's these simple, steady, rhythmic movements that keep your heart strong and your mind at peace.
When you train your legs to be strong, don't forget to train your mind to rest. Mindful meditation isn't just about sitting still. It's the art of listening to yourself, a form of exercise for the soul that's just as vital as any physical workout. Each day, spend just 10 quiet minutes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and simply notice your breathing as it flows in and out. The sounds around you remain, but you choose not to react. Thoughts come and go, but you let them drift away like passing clouds. In that gentle space, your heartbeat slows, your blood pressure steadies, and cerebral blood circulation improves, because when the mind is calm, the body follows. I remember Margaret, 69, a retired teacher who came to me after a brief dizzy spell. She often worried about her health. I suggested she start meditating for 10 minutes every morning before her day began. 3 weeks later, she said, "Doctor, I still have worries, but they don't control me anymore. I feel lighter, like my brain can finally breathe." Science agrees. Regular meditation lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and stabilizes the autonomic nervous system, which helps reduce stroke risk and support heart health. When the mind is calm, the body follows. Meditation isn't about escaping life, it's about returning to yourself, returning to that quiet current beneath all the noise and worry. Just 10 minutes a day, and you give your body and mind the most precious gift of all, peace. And in that peace, blood flows smoother, the heart beats steadier, and life itself feels a little softer. If you find what I've shared in this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share it so more people can discover these simple, healing practices for themselves.